All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Vakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect and scattered abroad. Hakim and Aquat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Amawan back at you with another lesson. The title of this lesson is called Rice Krispie Treat Right Around the Corner. All right. Going into Revelations. Let's lock it real quick. Going into Revelations 13 and 16. Right. And I'm just going to bring out a quick couple little articles from one is a 15-minute video and the other ones are just like little screenshots based on that Rice Krispie treat, to let you know that we are literally right around the corner from it being, implemented out here in America. All right. And, that just goes to show you how close we are to our destination. And in order for World War III to pop off and America be destroyed, all right, to the point where the beast is going to hate the whore, all right, you have to have that Rice Krispie treat being mandatory, throughout the United States, all right, which it's already here. It's been here, all right, but it's all a matter of time before it becomes a mandatory thing, all right, and the way things are looking, they're about to shut things down once again, all right, especially with all this, monkey bullshit, all right, with all different types of scenarios they're playing out to shut this place down. Okay, and at the end of the day, all we could do is give, praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, so going into this quick 15-minute video, all right.
Your money, and it's already started. Hi, my name is Jim Rickards. I'm a former advisor to the Pentagon. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me for today's talk. There's an urgent situation unfolding in America, and today I'll unveil all the unnerving details. So let's get started with a critical question. Where were you on March 9th, 2022, when President Biden signed the death warrant on American freedom? On that day, in hush ceremony at the White House, without the approval of Congress, the states, or the American people, Biden signed into law Executive Order 14067. Buried in his order are a few paragraphs titled Section 4. The language in Section 4 makes Order 14067 the most treacherous act by a sitting president in the history of our republic, because Section 4 sets the stage for legal government surveillance of all U.S. citizens, total control over your bank accounts and purchases, and the ability to silence all dissenting voices for good. In this new war on freedom, the Dems aren't coming for your guns. No, they're thinking much bigger than that. They're coming for your money. And it's already started. Hi, my name is Jim Rickards. I'm a former advisor to the Pentagon, the White House, Congress, the CIA, and the Department of Defense. I'm also an attorney, investment banker, and author of 7 books on currencies and international economics. When places like Fox, CNBC, or Bloomberg want to know what's about to shake up the global economy, they call me. Most of all, like you, I'm a proud American patriot. The disturbing predictions you're about to see are based on my independent research and my contacts in the intelligence community. I've never made this kind of public announcement before, but it's my duty to pull the alarm. This is what I believe Section 4 of Biden's order means for all Americans. The US dollar will be made obsolete. Soon your cash will be confiscated or will simply be worthless paper. The cash currency we have now will be replaced with a...
You have to understand that, that's exactly what's going to happen, because in order for them to bring in the new world order, they have to shut down the old world order. You see, they have to get away with the old ways, and money will be considered as the old ways. All right. And what he was saying, when you had Biden come into office, man, he did sign off on a couple of executive orders based on, a whole process of computer chips is what he called it at the time, but all of it ties back to, Revelations 13 and 16 at the end of the day, and this is what he's trying to get rid of. This is why we see the digital currency being brought forth to your attention more and more, And this is why worldwide scale right now, internationally, you see that this dollar's already fallen. You see that these people are no longer dealing with actual physical money, which all that is going to come back to America at one point. See, America's the last to fall. America's Babylon the Great. So it has to happen last in America, but it has to happen first everywhere else around them, all right, for them to have total control, because all these agendas are coming from America, man. Because America's that whore that sits on the beast, that top notch place, man. All right, and this is where your elites basically run from. Yeah, they might not live here. They might be located in different places, but it all comes back to them running America. And this is why all these other nations are going to end up hating America and turning against her, because America wants everyone to be just like them. So it's crazy. It's crucial when you're not paying attention, and when you're getting sidetracked by social media and stupidity that they always throw out when they're making big moves, and then at that time when they were signing off on these executive orders, I forgot what was the psyops that were doing at that time, but there was a lot of commotion going on in social media, and that's why you have to be, spiritually in tune with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, so you don't miss what's really happening behind closed doors, because it's easy to manipulate the people, with the social media and the bullshit that they put on the news, and all these different types of psyops. Okay, and if you're not watching constantly, all right, you will be deceived, man. It'll pass right under your nose of what's really happening. All right.
New programmable digital token. But the truth is, few outside the deep state recognize Biden's move for what it really is. If my predictions are correct, this is so much more sinister than simply replacing the cash dollar with a new digitized version. Friend, this new currency will allow for total control of all American citizens, because every digital dollar will be programmed by the government. That means they will be able to turn on or turn off your money at will. Not only that, but they'll be able to track and record every purchase you make. This is very different than online banking, and has nothing.
And this is him trying to play the role of the Lord, man. All right, having total control. Because what does Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have? Total control of everything. All right. What does it say in Isaiah 45:7? He says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So that means he has control of both good and bad. You see? So you got this devil that wants to have all control of you, going into, actually, I don't want to leave from here, because then I'm going to have to start all over on this video. But, when you go into 2 Thessalonians 2:4, what does it say? That he opposes himself to be the Lord, you see? That he basically was to what? Sit in the temple of God, all right? And this is him sitting in the temple, meaning what? Sitting in you, with his technology, monitoring every single step that you make, every thought that you think, you see, having total control of you, having total control of your money, having total control of what you eat. You see, it goes into a communist state of mind, man. All right. And that's what they want to do, have total control of every single thing, every single aspect of life in America. All right. And worldwide, globally. All right.
To do with crypto. I'll explain everything in a moment. But what you need to know now is AOC has already publicly declared her support for a government-controlled spyware currency. The digital dollar means Dems will be able to punish any contribution, purchase, or even social media comment that they don't like. And this isn't something years away.
And this is why you're going to have the famine of the word. That's why you're seeing it slowly disappear. This word is disappearing little by little, man. The Lord is giving you signs after signs, letting you know that this word is about to diminish. The word itself is never going to diminish, but us bringing out the word and teaching you and showing you what's to come is not going to be out there anymore, man. Because once they shut social media down, that's it. All right. That's the only way that we're able to bring out this word throughout the four corners of the earth, is through the internet. And as a matter of fact, there was just, I think it was 2 days ago, you just had Google shut down in certain places where they can't even get access to it right now. So this is them shutting it down, so you can't get to your YouTubes and things like that. You can't hear the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And that goes into what? That goes into Amos 8:11, which I'm going to bring it right here. since I got the phone in front of me. This is Amos 8 and 11. All right. This is Amos 8 and 11. And it says, behold, the days come. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it, you see? So you're not going to be able to find the word of the Lord anywhere, man. The Lord is going to, have our tongues cleave to the roof of our mouths, man, so we will not be a reprover anymore. This is why you have to seek the Lord while he may be found, all right? And going into that, it even tells you that to and fro to seek the word. Yeah, well, in the internet, you have what you call the search engine. You go on Google and you search right on that bar, right on that tab, what you want. So that's you seeking, information. You're not going to be able to seek information that's crucial, because we living in a time of information. See, back in the day, information was, a lot of shit you could say was just bullshit. They was just putting whatever they want. But right now, we actually live in a time where information is crucial, because you have bad information, but you have information that'll save your life. And the ultimate information that'll save you, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, is what? This word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. And this is why they're trying to get rid of us bringing out this word, calling us domestic terrorists, calling us, conspiracy theorists and all that. But here it is. All these things that we're bringing out to you is coming to life right in front of your eyes. So how much more of a conspiracy theorist could we really be, if it's coming to life? It's obviously real. The Bible is real, man. Everything that is written in the Bible speaking for itself right in front of your eyes, man. All right. And you know what? Let me bring this out since I was just quoting it real quick. Salakia. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. And it says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God. And this is what this devil does. He exalts himself. All right. His pride has deceived him. All right. It says above all. Yeah, he thinks he's above every single thing. He literally thinks he's above the Lord, man. And it says that is called God, or that is worship. Yeah, because it's going to come down to him wanting you to worship him. And by you taking this, Rice Krispie treat, all right, that's the ultimate worship. That's you showing a badge of servitude, man, of you showing the world that Esau is your go-to. You see that Esau is your master, because that's what it goes into. It's a branding of, it's a way of branding slaves, showing that badge of servitude. Okay. And it says, so that he as Yahweh, so that he as power sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right. That he is power. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to put that in your body to do what? To go into recording, taking data from you. He wants to what? He wants to monitor what's under the skin at all times, how you breathe, how you think, over and over again, we say the same things, but you guys still haven't got the point that this damn Edomite, all right, these Edomites are the devil, all right, and the Lord is showing you right before your eyes that this devil is a physical person, man. Okay, yeah, we have spiritual counter Satan, but you have a physical counter Satan, man, and that's this damn devil. All right, anybody that's down with this, that's part of these top banking families that are basically trying to make you do their will. All right, those are called what? Antichrist, man, anti-Hamashiachs. They are against what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has wrote in these scriptures, man. All right, and whoever bows down to their ways in their society, okay, you're gonna be destroyed by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It's plain and simple, man.
It's starting now. Biden's secret army has been hard at work, and U.S. trials are already well underway. In fact, our government is racing to catch up. China and Russia have already launched pilot programs for their own digital currencies. More than half the countries in the world and almost 90% of central banks are testing or exploring a digital currency right now. In my opinion, it's not a question of will the U.S. implement a digital dollar. It's just a question of when. And the answer to that is it's already happening. Under Project Lithium and Project Hamilton, the new spyware currency has been quietly tested for several years. There's no stopping it. I predict we'll see a digital dollar in circulation next year or 2024 at the latest. But I do have some good news for you. It's almost too late, but you can still protect your assets and your freedom if you know exactly what to do. In the next 84 seconds, I'm going to outline everything for you. You'll see the ugly proof of their plan. You'll see what this could mean for you and your life savings. I'm also going to show you the only way I trust to protect your money and your freedom from Biden's new surveillance machine. I call it asset emancipation, and it's easy to do and understand. If you choose to take advantage of it, asset emancipation is a way to legally secure and even grow your wealth while hiding it safely away from Democrats' surveillance and control. It's a loophole designed to outsmart a new spyware currency while potentially increasing your personal wealth. But you must know exactly how to do it. And that's what I'm going to show you today. I must warn you, some of this will be difficult to watch, but if you care about your money and your freedom, please do not turn away. Thanks to what you'll witness here, you're about to be much more prepared for the coming storm than your neighbors, and that's a very powerful position to be in. Imagine if you were German in 1920.
What's crazy is what he said, if you care about your money, to listen away. Listen to this video and not turn away. Well, this is what our people do on a normal basis, man. See, here it is that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has set up the prophets around the world to give you this truth. And what do? You guys turn around, turn away from us. All right. See, the elect is going to take heed to this word ASAP. But the rest of these people, they just look at us, scoff, mock, laugh, and they turn us away. They give us that shoulder. This is Zechariah 7:11. And it says, but they refused to hearken. Yeah, they're refusing to hearken on to what's being told to them, man. Telling you that these things are going to happen, just like the whole thing with at the time with the, you already know, the SHOT. All right, we were telling you not to take it. We were telling you what's going to be the outcome before it even happened. And look, people just scoff, laugh. They're like, oh, whatever. But look, now all those things that we were telling you are coming to pass 2 years later. 2 years later, people are dying from all types of illnesses that they didn't know they had, or they finding out that they have, the AIDS in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's so much going on. And it's the same thing we've been telling you over and over again of what's going to happen to America and how this system, this money system, is going to fail, man. And you're going to be put into a new system where it requires digital currency, man. And it starts with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that's been telling you for this for 30 plus years, man. You see? But it says they refuse to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. And that's what they do. They stop their own ears, man. Why? Because they're caught up in the ways of the society. They're caught up in the lust of things here, man. All right. These people don't want to go back to, they don't want to be in a righteous state of mind. These people want to go back to normal when everything in America ain't nothing fucking normal. There's no more such thing as normalcy out here, man. Nobody out here is normal. All right. The only normal people is the people that are following Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Other than that, everybody else is out of their damn mind. All right. It says, yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts has sent in his spirit by the former prophets. You see? So it's telling you that he's sending his spirit through his prophets to let you know and give you the signs and the heads up of what's to come. But you people don't want to listen. All right. It says, therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. You see, that's what's going to end up happening. A great wrath is going to come upon you that you're not even going to be aware of. All right, let's grab this real quick. Matthew 24 and 42. And it says, I'm going to bring it up from 36. It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the Son of Man be. You see, the coming of the Son of Man be. And that's what's happening right now. You're getting caught up with the ways of this world, with the psyops and the witchcrafts and the sorceries, the things that are making you take your mind off of the bigger picture. You see, You wanting to celebrate and try to bring mirth when the mirth of the land is gone. And these people are going to be caught unaware. All right. It says, then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, and the one shall be taken and the other left. Watch, therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord does come. And because you don't know what hour he's coming, that's why you have to stay prepared, man. All right. In order for you to catch something and not be caught by surprise, you have to be on top of it. All right. It says, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. You see? So this is why you got to constantly be watching, man, so you don't have your house broken up, so you don't suffer, man, so you don't get caught up in the destruction. That's why it says come out of the ways of Babylon, man, because whoever continues to live in the ways of Babylon, you're going to be part of Babylon's plagues, man. And what's the plagues? All right. The plagues is you taking a nuclear missile to your damn forehead. All right. You taking this, this Rice Krispie treat right hand or on your forehead. All right. And if whoever takes that is going to feel the indignation, the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. There's no repentance of that, man. Once you take that, you're done. You're automatically marked for death. Okay. Let me grab, I wanted to bring another one out. I lost it in my head though, but let me keep playing this.
23, and able to somehow avoid the 29,500% hyperinflation that made their money worthless. Or if you could have opted out of Roosevelt's confiscation of all private gold in 1933. That's the power of asset emancipation. And I'll show you everything right now. Thanks to Section 4 of Biden's Order 14072, ordering urgent research into developing the digital dollar, I believe the US dollar, the standard of the world since 1792, will be replaced by a new currency, the digital dollar. These new electronic currencies are called CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies. I call the digital dollar Biden bucks because I want him to take full credit for what I consider to be crimes. This is not like the money in your online bank account. No, this is new and different. Every digital dollar will be a programmable token like Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, but there's a big difference. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized digital currencies. Instead, if it plays out the way I see it, Biden bucks will have the full backing of the U.S. Federal Reserve.
And another thing, see, because you got a lot of people that have been investing in digital currencies, the cryptos and the Bitcoin. All that shit is going too. See, that was just basically something to show you of what's to come, that digital system, all right? But at the end of the day, that's going to disappear too because they're going to make you the dollar. By you putting that Rice Krispie treat in you, you are going to have the money in you. So it's basically like saying you are the money. You know what I'm saying? On top of other things that they have behind their agenda, all right? But anybody that keeps saying, oh, well, you should, since because you got people that'll say, well, the dollar's going to fall, so you should start kind of, investing in these, digital currencies, this Bitcoin, this whatever. But that's going to fall too, because eventually Bitcoin, like he just said, it's a certain type of money. Basically, you can only use that through what? Through phones and things like that, man. But what happens when the time comes that there is no more phones? Because you are the phone. Because they putting this in your body and they're able to control everything through that Rice Krispie treat in your right hand. You see, there won't be no more phone. There won't be no more actual digital money. It's all gonna be in one little ass device that's in your body, which is gonna be tied back to a whole data system. So even that is gonna fall at one point, along with the dollar bill here. Even the gold and the silver, at one point when the dollar does fall, gold and silver will help you for a little bit, but eventually that's also going to fall. You see, basically it's going to come down to there is no type of money, man. Money was never existed. Basically, money was all fake to begin with. You see, these banking families, they don't use fucking money, man. That shit is only something that you see physically in the hood around us, the ghettos, because they make us kill ourselves for it, but it never really existed. Just like if you watch a Zeitgeist, it's called Zedegeist Adamans. It talks about the Federal Reserve and things like that. Federal Reserve told you that money don't exist itself, you see, because all they'd say is, all right, you're going to take a loan out. All right, we're going to give you $10 million. Do you think they physically give you $10 million? No, they just fucking do a wire transaction saying that your account has $10 million, but now you are going to make that $10 million back, all right, because it's a loan, and then you're going to give them interest. So you yourself are going to give them physical money, all right, but they actually never gave you money. Why? Because the money never existed. You see, the only reason the money's around us, with paper and all that and physical, is because they need some way to control you to make you think it's real, but it really is not. These banking systems don't carry money, man. They don't carry none of that shit. All right. They're just basically eating off of what you made them. That's how you're paying for their houses, for their lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? So it never existed, man.
They will replace the cash fiat dollar we have now, and will soon be the sole mandatory currency of the United States. When Biden bucks are rolled out, many experts, myself included, believe they will begin an era of total government control and surveillance. This is not hyperbole. This would dramatically expand the power and influence of the federal government, essentially acting as a new type of spyware. With Biden bucks, the government will be able to force you to comply with its agenda, because if you don't, they could turn off your money.
And how they going to do that? They're going to do that by starving you out, telling you can't buy or sell, you can't go back to normal and do this in society, you can't do that. That's how they're going to get. That's all the psyops. See, that's why it tells you knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. Because if you don't have knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you're going to fall for this shit, man. That just by them not feeding you alone is going to make so many people just turn to the government for the want of all things, you see? Because once these people see that they can't eat, all right, these people get hangry, all right, these people going to start getting into, civil war mode, all right, which that's going to happen right before our eyes regardless, all right? But this is how they're going to basically turn you to come back to them and join their agenda, because you're going to want to eat. When you see your kids crying in front of your face or dying and deteriorating right in front of your face, you're going to make a move. You might have a woman that's just going to bug you right in your fucking ear, telling you, oh, you better do something about it, and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to make you budge, man. It's going to make you just go right to them. But see, us that are in the know, we know that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is in control of all things, and that we are going to eat, okay? That we're going to not be starving and not thirsting, all right? As long as we continue to believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and trust this process, we're going to be good, man. None of that is going to scare us. The Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear, man, all right? That's why having faith is a beautiful gift, because we have the faith that we're going to be okay, man. Even if it means death, we still got the faith, all right? Whereas opposed to you people have no faith that don't believe, all right? And you're scared of death. You're scared of this damn devil, you see?
This won't be like freezing a bank account. It will be so much easier, because Biden bucks will be digital tokens programmed at the source. They could be turned on or off at will with just a keystroke, and they could be reprogrammed at any time. With Biden's,
and just by them telling you that they could be turned on and off at a stroke of a key, that's how you know that everything around us is happening. It's all controlled. Because if they can just have simple control of turning something on and off that small, right? What makes you think that they wouldn't have everything else controlled? As in, I could control these lights. You see, I could control their water system right here. I could control their gas over here. I could control this all by the touch of a button. You have to remember, we live in the fourth industrial revolution, the Internet of Things. Everything around us is some type of digital device. Everything around us is controlled through computers, man. We no longer live in regular fucking times, man. Everything is all a computer. So everything is all controlled by the touch of a button. So all these things that are happening around us are all orchestrated things by the government, you see?
The secret surveillance army running the show, the anti-freedom implications are almost limitless. For example, Biden bucks could be programmed to allow only certain kinds of purchases. Imagine what this new world could look like. You want to keep an internal combustion engine car? Your digital dollars suddenly won't pay for gas. Instead, you can be forced to buy an electric vehicle. That's just the tip of the fascist iceberg. They can force you to get vaccinated. They can force you into solar. They can force you to use less water or heat. They can force you to eat fake plant-based meat. They can control where you are allowed to travel. They can stop you purchasing certain items like guns, ammo, or survival supplies.
And that's this devil having control of every single thing around you, man. That's him trying to play God, you see? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has control of everything, even control of these devils, you see? But they don't understand that. Their pride has deceived them. So they really want to play the role of the Lord, all right? And this is why he's going to bring in this new world order, and it comes from America. As a matter of fact, let me bring this out real quick before I forget. Habakkuk 2 and Habakkuk. I will go on the screen. It's just that I don't want to, it's going to restart the whole video if I leave out of there. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. See, this devil's not satisfied, man. Here it is. He has the fatness of the earth. He has the blessing of the sword, but this devil wants everything else. He wants control of you, you see. He's not satisfied with just having everything in his hands. He already rules the damn world. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He already rules it, but he wants more, all right? It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations. You see that new world order, gathering every single nation around them to make them do what they want you to do, you see? And this is why the beast is going to hate the whore, man. It says, unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people, you see? So he's going to gather all the nations, and he's going to gather all the people to make them do what they want, you see? Going into, you know, as a matter of fact, the brother got it up here, Revelations 15, all right, and 13 and 15. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You see, and if you don't comply, that's what they're going to do. They just going to delete your ass out the way, man. They're going to take you out, all right? But see, we're going to continue to strive all the way until death, if it means, all right, to continue to praise Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. In order for us to have this kingdom established, all right, with righteousness through Yahweh Shai, man, we have to take it all the way unto the end, enduring, all right, no matter what the cause is, man. That's that sacrifice, that great sacrifice that we're doing, you see, because we went off and disrespected the Lord at one point, so we have to sacrifice. That's the least we can do, man. Yahweh Shai sacrificed himself for you, well, you have to sacrifice yourself for him to receive eternal life, man. It's that plain and simple.
They can control to which candidates you're allowed to donate, and they'll know every single place you spend your money forever. America would become a surveillance state like China or North Korea. Every single aspect of your life could be controlled because they'll control your money. In fact, I fully expect them to implement a social credit rating system like in China. Say the wrong thing on social media, buy the wrong thing, subscribe to the wrong news channel, give money to the wrong candidate, and your rating drops. Suddenly your Biden bucks are frozen or just...
Yeah, and that's what's going to go into. That's going into that credit social system that they want to do. You know, basically, you know, they're going to be able to tap into every single thing that you're doing. And if you do certain things that people don't like, they're going to rate you on it. All right, well, don't mess with this person. This person watches too much of this and that, you know, and your rating is a whole credit score. Just like we have a credit score now for you to buy homes and buy cars and get loans, well, they're going to have a credit score for you based on your everyday lifestyle, you see, and you're not going to be able to do certain things based on your credit score. All right, I wanted to read this too. I forgot to finish it off. This is Habakkuk 2 and 6, and it says, shall not all these take up a parable against them and a taunting proverb against them and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. You see, and because this devil's going to make you do everything that he wants, all right, and the Lord is going to allow it, man, all right, he's going to allow all these nations to follow him, all right, but eventually the Lord's going to put the spirit on all these other nations to turn against them because they all they want to do is basically what? They want to take everything and become rich by what? Exhortation, man, all right, my bad, extortion, That's exhortation. Salakia. So let me continue reading. It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that laddeth himself with thick clay. All right. And that's going into what? Debt. And they always telling you that they're in constant debt. All right. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. You see? So eventually they're gonna what? They're gonna turn on them, man. And that's when the whole all these other nations, NATO and all these other countries, okay, are gonna eventually what? Turn against America, all right, because America's that top-notch country that's in control of all these things right now at this moment.
Disappearing from your account. This is already happening in China. There, a low social score gets you officially labeled untrustworthy. They can take away your ability to travel, restrict your internet access, deny your family the best schools or jobs. They may even take away your pets. I'm not kidding. All this is going on today. But that's China, an oppressive communist country. Could this really happen in a democracy?
And there's a movie that I will never forget that movie. I have it in here somewhere. It's Obama 2016. I forgot what's the whole exact title, but that's what they spoke about in that video, in that whole documentary of Obama. Obama, believe it or not, people was like, oh, he was a great president. He actually was a president that signed off on a lot of executive orders that left it there for the presidents that are upcoming now, such as, when Trump was in office, Joe Biden, whoever was to come next, he left a lot of executive orders signed for them to take over certain things. And basically that's what they wanted us to be. They wanted America to be a communist a country. Basically, they wanted us to be like the rest of these other third world countries, which at the end of the day, this place is just going to be annihilated anyway, like a third world country. You see, when you go to these third world countries, all you see is what? Broken down buildings and deserts, and because things were always constantly being destroyed. And that's what's going to happen to America eventually. It's going to be destroyed off the face of the earth, man. Never be inhabited again,
Ask the truckers in Canada, because that's exactly what happened to them. Their Prime Minister Trudeau was granted special emergency powers during the peaceful trucker protest over his forced vaccination law. He then ordered all banks to freeze the accounts of the protesters and anyone who aided them in any way. And it wasn't just a threat. That fact just froze the bank accounts of non-violent protesters. He locked up over $6 million in private accounts for protesting a forced vaccination law the truckers believe violated their sovereign human rights. Think about that. They protested his policies, so he took away their money. Think our current government would love to do that? Me too. Under Biden bucks, we'll lose many of our God-given American rights. They'll be replaced by total government surveillance and control. For almost all Americans, this will be the death of freedom forever. Almost all Americans, not you. You won't be a victim. You can beat Biden's surveillance army at its own game. The key is what I call asset emancipation. Asset emancipation was created to help you maintain and even grow your personal wealth, regardless of what happens to the cash dollar. Even
that shit is bullshit, because ain't none of us, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, will ever have wealth on this side, ever, right? It's plain and simple. These things are designed to destroy us. At the end of the day, the main idea of the story is to destroy the Israelite, all right? Is to make you bow down to their society, their ways, all right? So whatever he's saying right now, it's never going to happen. You're never going to be able to beat their system. The only way you can beat the system is through Yahushua, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is your only asset of beating this system. There's no other way. Because if you're not down with Yahushua, well, then you're down with their society, and they will suck you in somehow, some way.
Even better, it's designed to legally hide your assets away from government surveillance and allow you to potentially profit from the turmoil. For the record, asset emancipation has nothing to do with giving up your passport or fleeing the country. It has nothing to do with offshore banks or foreign currency trading. And you won't hear about it from your financial advisor, because it's almost certain he has no clue about this loophole for legally opting out of the Biden bucks surveillance program. I'll reveal everything in a moment, but I want to expose how deep this new conspiracy runs. Programmable currencies will soon replace all the cash currencies on Earth. More than half of countries and almost 90% of central banks are exploring or testing a digital currency right now. This includes Japan, Germany, India, France, the UK, Russia, Australia, Brazil, Canada, and China. In fact, China's new digital currency, the EU yuan, was used for millions of dollars worth of transactions at the Beijing Winter Olympics. The Economist has announced the rise of government backed digital currencies, warning they will shift power away from individuals to the state. Even an institution as conservative as the International Monetary Fund admits these new currencies are the future of money. Make no mistake, no matter the outcome of any future elections, this is happening. The storm is closing in. If my research and predictions are correct, soon there will be no more cash. The dollar we know will be dead and buried, replaced by programmable Biden bucks. The Secret Surveillance Army has been working on this for years. The US Federal Reserve has been quietly partnering with scientists at MIT to develop a digital currency to replace the dollar. They call this initiative Project Hamilton. Then this year, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, the clearinghouse for US stocks, bonds, and other security trades, quietly launched Project Lithium. Project Lithium is testing how a digital dollar will work in the financial markets once the current dollar is dead. Project Lithium is partnering with the Digital Dollar Project.
And that's pretty much what they're doing right now with all this Bitcoin and all that, crypto and all. That's why that's out there, because they're showing you how these things work. They want to see how easy it is, how good of access you got to things. You know what I'm saying? It's all used in gradualism, man. They put these things out to show you that's what's coming. So they finally get rid of it, all right? Because that's all part of the old system too. The new system is going to be the new world order. The new ways is going to be once they bring out and implement that Rice Krispie treat and make it mandatory. Anything before that, man, it's old. It's just what they're using in these last stages to show you what's to come. So that Bitcoin shit, all that shit is that's old news, man. They've been doing shit like that for a while, man. But they're showing you and introducing the MOTB, all right, through these ways. All right, through these little agendas, okay, these little projects that they have, man.
Joint effort started in 2020 between Accenture, US regulators, and tech leaders to create the digital dollar. Then on March 29, 2022, just days after Biden's Order 14027 was signed, Representative Stephen F. Lynch introduced H.R. 7231, the Electronic Currency and Secure Hardware Act. This act, co-sponsored by 4 other Democrats, orders the Secretary of the Treasury to develop a digital dollar. I believe we'll see the first rollout of the new digital dollar, Biden bucks, in 2023 or 2024, and it's right on schedule. You see, about every 40 to 50 years, there's a major disruption in U.S. monetary policy that increases government power at the expense of citizen rights. The Gold Reserve Act of 1934 was the first currency quake. In that shocking act of fascism, Democrat President Roosevelt ordered all U.S. citizens to hand in their gold. Yes, privately owning gold was made illegal. The government wanted it all. If you failed to comply, you faced huge fines or were jailed. Interesting how this fascist plot isn't taught in our history classes, isn't it? Then came currency quake number 2, the Gold Standard Act of 1971, when the U.S. abandoned the gold standard for good. What happened then? The dollar got destroyed, rampant inflation continued, and the power of the Federal Reserve increased dramatically. I predict the death of the dollar is the third and final currency quake.
And that's why you see the hyperinflation now. And that's whenever there's hyperinflation is because the value of the dollar is losing. There's no more value to that dollar. And eventually the economies always crash when there's hyperinflation. And with hyperinflation comes world war. And that's why you see World War III happening right in front of your face too. You see, because this is gonna fall. Everything in America is gonna crumble, man. There's no way around it.
But it would be more dangerous and far-reaching than any crime that came before. If the U.S. dollar is replaced by Biden bucks spyware, I believe the government will be able to track, control, and limit your spending. Soon there will be no more privacy, zero, gone. The government will know all your whereabouts and habits at all times, because they will know exactly where all your money is spent. The new state surveillance army will be everywhere. In history, I don't know of one example of a government with access to a citizen surveillance system that hasn't used it. Not one. In fact, surveillance is the true driving force behind the new Chinese digital currency. China already uses facial recognition software, mobile phone GPS, and the purchase of plane or train tickets to track their citizens. They use this to detect anti state activities and to arrest anyone who does not strictly follow the orders of Chairman Xi. Now, can you imagine the Dems having that kind of total government control? In fact, the coronavirus pandemic gave them a playbook for how to control a population. They've been practicing for 2 years. Now, thanks to Biden's order 14067, I predict the US will soon be a surveillance state like China. On March 26, 2022, Fox News sounded the alarm. Biden order 14067 is a truly remarkable and deeply troubling development. If a digital dollar were to be created, it would dramatically expand the power and influence of the federal government and Federal Reserve in ways most Americans won't understand until it's too late to roll it back. With Biden bucks as our mandatory currency, it would be so easy for the government to confiscate assets and freeze accounts at will. In fact, Biden bucks could allow.
They're doing that right now, and where is that? In China. There's a couple places that were doing that. A couple countries, they're already freezing bank accounts. People can't get to their savings. All that's going to come out here too. It's going to be one day that your ass just go to your bank and you ain't going to you don't have no access to what you have in there. This is why literally I never messed with banks ever, because even when I was not in this truth, I used to always have the thought of why do I have to give my information and why do I have to put my money in the bank where they can have total control and see what I'm spending, where it's going, and all that. If I want to be able to buy something without nobody knowing, you can't have it in a bank, you see? So I was never the type to deal with credit cards and shit like that, even though we're in a place where you need credit and credit cards to get you by, but still, it's called living under the grid. They don't know what the hell you're doing. Why you think they're always trying to attack, basically, criminals that, drug dealers and things like that? Other than the stuff that they're doing is going off, but it's because they're making money that is not able to be tracked. So they need to know what you're making at all times. They go after people that make money that is not able to be tracked because they're making lots of it and nobody knows where it's going, how it's being spent, or none of that, man. So, that was always one of the reasons why I never messed with none of these computer systems or credit cards, to knowing that they have, a vision of what you're doing at all times, man. That's your money. You should be able to spend it how you want, when you want, where you want, without nobody knowing. You know what I'm saying? That's your hard working cash. You know what I'm saying? But again, none of that shit ever existed anyway, man.
One party to hold on to power forever. Imagine Merrick Garland would say, we have the voting records. We know if you voted for Trump. And if you did, we're going to disable your bank accounts. Does that sound like a stretch in this day and age? I don't think so either. There's more. Your retirement savings could disappear. They'll do this through the introduction of negative interest rates. This is not far-fetched. In fact, I believe it's extremely likely. Here's why. It's simple economics. The government doesn't want us holding on to cash. They need us spending, and spending some more to prop up their house of cards economy. So how do you stop people holding on to cash? Step one, you eliminate cash altogether with the Biden bucks digital currency. Then step two, you introduce a negative interest that they're coming for your money.
Yeah, that's the end of it right there. It was more to it, but they only let you post 15 minutes on Instagram. You see, they're pretty much telling you these things right before your eyes, man. All right, let's go into Micah. To lock you. A couple precepts and it's done. All right, this is Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in their power of their hand. Yeah, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So they have the power to do these things and test us out on it, man. They've been doing what? Constantly over years and years and decades, making a diligent search upon our people, man. How we think, how we move, how we're going to pretty much fall into their trap every single time, you see? And they do these things and devise iniquity, making what? Making plans about these things. These people will not sleep unless they figure a way to put your ass down or destroy you, man. All right? Or get you to bow down to their ways. And our people are so stiff-necked and they're so, done with lack of knowledge, that they don't understand what's happening, that these things that they're doing and pushing upon you is made to destroy you, man. All right. Matter of fact,
They're quick, coming for your money.
Before I forget, let me grab this, which I posted this in one of them, showing you. It says the future of the industry is going to be made in America. You see, there's no way around it, man. America is the one that's starting this whole that's had this agenda for the longest. All right. It says UK PM, you can't buy, sell, or travel, you see, without the mark, okay, of big pharma. Okay. What is all that? You know, the American Journal. You can look it up yourself in Google, man. All right, there's another one right here. It says big developments in China is preparing the world for the coming. All right, for the coming, you already know, MOTB, man. There's no way around these things, man. These things are in full effect. All right, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua continues to give you signs more and more till them signs run out, and then you have no way of ever getting your answer, man. Your answers are out for you right now. All right, through the spirit that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is giving onto his men. All right, let's grab Revelations. All right, 13 and 16. All right, as a matter of fact, I'll start from 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, meaning what? The technology. All right, this is how they brainwash you with half of the shit that they got is their technology. Because our people is something about our people that they're intrigued and fascinated with the technology that Esau constantly brings. You know, oh, wow, you could do this now and you could do that. And you mean I could connect myself to I could be the phone and send messages through my mind to you? Yeah. But if a person with the right state of mind is going to say that shit is not normal. That's bugged out shit right there, man. All right. Once you start going to a certain level, man, it's like, what the hell's going on here? And that all goes into what? The transhumanism, man, making you a cyborg and things like that. It says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you're not going to be down with the society, you're going to be killed and taken out the way. Okay. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive, all right, that in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. And we know that that's an actual physical mark going into what? A badge of servitude, man. All right. That's a way of branding you, showing the world that you are Esau's slave, man, that he owns you. Okay. Just like when a tramp get a tramp stamp on her ass, all right, on her back, and she got a name on there, and it's basically letting you know that this man owns me right here, was the same thing that Esau is basically going to do to you. He's going to give you your own personal tramp stamp, all right, and let you know that letting you know and the world know that you his bitch, all right, is that simple. It says, in that no man might buy or sell, save he that had that, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. You see? So you're not going to be able to do nothing in society, buy or sell, all right, or even move in society normally, which it ain't normal anyway, but according to them, it's normal, okay? You're not going to be able to go back to the ways of society unless you have this badge, okay? There's no longer a credit card or, social security card or, a license, okay? Your badge is going to be your right hand or your forehead. Okay, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, and when you go into that word 306, it goes into what? Chi Phi stigma. All right, in which stigma goes into what? An actual physical mark, going into your skin. You see, so hey, man, this is real, man. This thing is happening right before our eyes. And those that are in the works know. Those that are, following the word, the elect, because this is what we do it for at the end of the day, is for the elect. We know what time it is, man. But the rest of the world is done. The rest of the world is deceived. Just like it said, let's grab that real quick. 1 Corinthians 4:3. Salakia, it's actually 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 4:3. And it says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not. Yeah, and that's why you're easily blinded. That's why you're easily manipulated, because you don't believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. So if you don't believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you're a what? Anti-Hamashiach. And if you're an anti-Hamashiach, the Lord finds you worthless, man. So he gonna give you up to that reprobate mind to believe in what? Strong delusions, to believe in lies, to believe in Esau and let Esau let Esau be your God. You see? Matter of fact, because you don't believe, all right. This is Judges 10:13. Oh, Salaki. 10:13. It says, yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. And what's, today we modern day gods, you have all types of gods. It don't just have to be an actual statue. Your money, your job, your woman, all right? Esau and his devices, those are all your gods of today, man. It says, wherefore I will deliver you no more, because you believe in what? You believe in all the shit that they're giving you here is going to save you. All right, go and cry unto the gods which you have chosen. See, you're gonna have to go cry unto Esau. You see, you have made Esau your God, so you're gonna have to run to Esau and let him deliver you in the time of your tribulation. All right, I'm gonna bring this one out because, again, I love bringing this one out. This is Hosea 2:13. All right, it says, yet ye have plowed wickedness, yet Salakia, ye have plowed wickedness, ye have reaped iniquity, ye have eaten the fruit of lies. Yeah, because you're under strong delusion. It says, because thou did trust in the way, in the multitude of mighty men. Yeah, you trusted in the way of Esau. You believed that Esau was going to what? Save you. That he had the answers for you, man. But we clearly always tell you what? Thou shalt not, what's the scripture? Never trust thine enemy, because like iron rusted, so is his wickedness. You see, you can never trust this damn devil. All right, let's go to NLT real quick. NLT says what? It says, but ye have cultivated wickedness and harvested a thriving crop of sins. Ye have eaten the fruit of lies, trusting in your military might, believing that great armies could make your nation safe. You see, you got these people out here that believe that, the government, okay, Esau, Biden, and Trump, and all these fucking presidents, all these puppets are going to be able to make your nation safe, man. And because you think that, that's why your ass ends up being deceived, man. It says, now the terrors of war will rise among your people. All your fornications will fall. You see, all these things are going to fall, man. Everything here is going to fall right before your eyes. All right. Let's see what brothers got here. Shalom, shalom, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua Brakatah. All right, but that's pretty much the point, man. That's right. This is Revelations 18:3, and it says, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. Yeah, this is why this is why the Lord is going to allow Esau to heap all these nations together at one point, because you wanted to follow after the ways of America. You wanted to lay in bed with America, committing fornication with her. Okay, so now you're gonna have to find out that this devil that sucked you in too. You see, and that's why eventually they're gonna end up turning against us, man. All right. It says, and the merchants of the earth are waxing rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. Yeah, you have to come out of the ways of America, man, or you're gonna be part of her destruction. All right. It says, for her sins have reached onto heaven, and Yahweh has remembered her iniquities. Every single one of them. Every last bit of iniquity, all right, is gonna be remembered by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay. It says, that's right. Now it's all the tip of your fingers, right at the tip of our fingers. That's why we have to hold on strong, man. You see, we have to continue to endure. And as we get closer and everything is right at the tip of our fingers, you're going to have Satan fucking with your mind even more, trying to draw you in, suck you in with different types of ways. All right. But the Lord said that what? The elect is not going to be what? Deceived. You can't deceive the elect. All right. There's no enchantment against Jake, the elect, you see? But, you know, at times you will have Esau. You have Esau and, spiritual counter Satan come and mess with you, man. All right. And make it hard for you. It's not going to be easy, man. Through much tribulation, thou shalt enter into the kingdom. All right. It says Isaiah 31:1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. Yeah, because they run shit here. All right. That's them being very strong. And a lot of people fear because they have that strength, you see? But again, if you are with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you don't have the spirit of fear, man. Because if Yahweh Bashem Yahushua be for you, what can man do unto you? You see? If Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is for you, nothing that these devils is doing is going to be able to hurt you, man, because it's all in the control of the Lord. All right, it says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. All right. Look at that. You say you see the video where a guy couldn't get out 100,000, 100K. How would you feel if you didn't have access to 100K in your bank? Hard-earned money you saved, you see? It's going to happen like that. One of these days, you're just going to wake up and you ain't going to have no type of access to your money, man. I advise people now, you got money in banks, take that shit out. You see? Got to play it smart. Have the card open, but if you need to pay something with card or something, well, then you go put it in the bank and then you pay that shit right there. But you make sure that your bank account always empty. You see, there's different ways to do that shit without a bank really messing with you. If you deal with an actual bank, they will, you have to have a certain limit inside there without you being, penalized for it. But hey, you got I use a card from my TurboTax. For my taxes. Whenever I want to use my card, I just put what I need on that card, use what I have on there, and I'll have $0 on there. Nobody comes looking for me telling me, oh, you're fined because you don't have this amount of money. None of that. You see, you got to learn how to use the system sometimes, man. But having actual money in your bank is the worst thing you can do right about now, man, because any day this place could fall and then you have no access to it, man. All right. It says, that's right. This is Psalms 118:8. It says, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. And that's what these people do. They put confidence in man. They put confidence in Esau. You're supposed to be putting your trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and that's it. Because that's the only thing that could save you out of here, man. All right? But that's the point. All right? So, hey, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Hakim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom, Shalom.